Hello, cinephiles and critics. Just got out the theater from seeing Wolfman, and it was quite good. Now, disclaimer, I'm not really into horror films as much as people I know. I've seen most of them. I'm not a huge fan. But so far as this film go, I really enjoyed it. It really did surprise me. So I'm gonna list off the pros and cons right quick. It really it's just one kind. I think the cliche horror kinds, the dialogue of some characters was kind of meh. The decisions of what the little girl would do and certain stuff the mom or dad would say and do, it was kind of iffy. Like, really, would that really happen? But besides that, I thought everything else in the movie worked for me. I think by far the best highlight for sure is the sound design. The sound design was unbelievably amazing. There's certain sequences that uses sound so well, it creates this tension, and it's so great. It's really hard to explain. It's so great. I think the cast was solid. The little girl actress was great. The husband was great, and the highlight one for me was Julia Garner. I never seen Ozark. I heard she's amazing in Ozark, but after seeing this, I'm more excited for Fantastic Four now, because she's cast as, I believe, a Silver Surfer, and I want to see her now in a movie. So I'm really excited for that film now. I thought she was amazing in this, honestly. When it comes to effects, it's a smaller budget. It's tight in scale story, so the budget was smaller, meaning the effects was more practical. But I like that though. I like practical effects done well. And with a film like this, the effects was great. The visual cues of certain effects on the wolf man himself was really done well. It was really great. And the director of Wolfman, Ali Winnell, sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. He did this film before called Invisible Man, and I seen that and I love that film. So as I'm watching this film, I'm like, wow, I see similar themes of tension, practical effects, the atmosphere, the aesthetic. He really captured it really well. One of the best things he did well in this movie for me was putting our characters in positions that seem impossible to escape from, basically, and that have the audience on their seat waiting and wanting to know, okay, how this is going to end, what's going to happen. Like that type of thing engages me, especially in a horror type film. And the last pro I have is the lighting. There are sequences without dialogue, and it's just sound effects and the lighting, and the light would dim just a certain amount, and the camera would pan and spin around to showcase the depth and what's in the background and foreground. That was done so damn well. And speaking of sequences, let's get into some of my favorite ones right quick.
Wow! Nice segue.
Now it's spoilers, by the way. So if you haven't seen it, I'm about to spoil the film now. And yeah. Right when the husband get scratched or infected by a previous wolfman, he start developing senses, basically. And we hear this loud, abrupt sound of something crawling. It's loud. And as an audience, I'm thinking, okay, maybe it's the wolfman around the house, basically. Maybe. And as her husband opened the closet, it's a spider. It's a small spider walking, crawling on a wall. And the sound design will match the legs as it'll crawl, and it was so loud. It was like do 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 do. It was It was so gravitating, honestly. Show me something different, right? Don't be cliche. Don't be lazy. Show me techniques that's different, that's cool. That was really cool about how they introduced us to the husband developing the Wolfman senses and abilities, and that was really well done. They have certain scenes with the Wolfman perspective, as in the camera would pan, the lighting would change to this bluish, grayish lighting. The audio design would get muffled but loud and clear. It made it. I love that so much because that's what I want to see. The coolness factor was amazing. The practical factor was amazing. That was truly one of the highlights for me in this movie. It's just those scenes where we had the perspective of the husband as a wolfman, about how did he hear things, how did he see things. Those scenes and sequences was really some of my favorite ones, honestly. And if you see here, it's averaging 2.8 out of 5 reviews on Letterboxd. I'm actually kind of surprised because I genuinely don't see too big of cons or flaws with this film. I wasn't expecting a horror film, a thriller, a very tense film with intensity, basically, and I got exactly that. Personally, I think if you're into horror films, I recommend this, honestly. It's not groundbreaking, but I do believe it's worth a watch. Now, as far as my review, what am I going to rate this film out of 5 stars? Drum roll, please. 4. I gave this film a 4 out of 5 stars, and in my review I said I'm not usually a fan of horror films, but this one completely caught me off guard. The sound design and lighting techniques were stellar, elevating the tension and atmosphere to a whole new level. And I sincerely believe this. This film, once again, was surprising. I recommend it, and that's my review of Wolfman. Thanks for watching.